What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we are talking about the fight between Claudio Silva and James Krause. Fight here in the UFC welterweight division. Should be a fun matchup between these two. Claudio Silva, he's not lost in a very long time. He's on a 14-fight win streak. You see right here, I just pulled up the tail of the tape. You see 14-1 as a pro. He lost his professional debut. For James Krause, is coming off a split decision loss, which he took on very short notice against Trevin Giles. Really fun matchup here. Let's get into it. For James Krause, stance switches, very nice stance switches. Also a really skilled kickboxer with really nasty low calf kicks. He uses a nice pawing jab to find his range, and he'll throw some massive lead hooks to the body. Also throws a really nice straight down the line. Decent grappling skills too. He's a very good grappler. I mean, you saw it with Trevin Giles. He had Trevin in a bit of trouble, especially in that first round. He's a thin and lanky guy, and his submissions are very good. But against Claudio Silva, that's going to be really tough. It's going to be tough to tap Claudio, a very high-level grappler in his own right. But I will say James Krause does also have some good control from the top and ground and pound, but I don't think he'll be able to use too much of that here against Claudio Silva. Silva is a southpaw who's a really good kickboxer too, starts fast, is going to look for big punches early, throws a big straight left hand, also throws some really nice leg kicks, and will look to close distance and get this fight to the mat. Really good grappling skills, as I mentioned. He'll take his opponents down, he'll work towards their back, he'll unload some ground and pound, and then he'll set up his submissions. And I think right here, it's a fun matchup though, because James Krause has been very active as of late. Claudio Silva, not super active. He's been off for a little while now. Quickly, let me pull up his record. I know his last fight was fairly recent, but 2019, what was that? August of 2019. So he's been off a little more than a year. Prior to that, fought Danny Roberts in March, and then before that beat Nordine Talib. He has a win over Leon Edwards as well. I mean, granted, that was in 2014. He took off 2014 to 2018. So he was out of the game for a fairly long time. He had some injuries and whatnot, but now he comes back to take on James Krause in what should be a very fun fight. Quickly, I want to pull up the odds before I give you guys my prediction. James Krause is a minus 160 favorite. That's over on Bet Online. Best place to bet on him. Also, plus 150 is Claudio Silva on Bet 365. I think that's the bet you guys should do if you are looking to bet. I think Claudio Silva is getting slept on by the odds makers here. I think he wins this fight. The guy has not lost in the UFC. Yes, he's a bit older, at 38 years of age, but I still think he beats James Krause in this matchup, which would be a very fun fight. I think it could potentially go the distance. I think it probably does. It could be a very competitive decision, but I think Claudio Silva gets it done by the decision here and defeats James Krause. And I think that I don't know if he's a player as far as contenders go, but I mean, still unbeaten in the UFC. And if he beats James Krause, you kind of got to keep pushing him. And I'm curious to see where his level is going to cap at, especially at 38 years of age. Does he have the potential to make a run for a title shot? I don't think so, but I guess we'll find out after this fight with James Krause. But all right, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and I'll see you all in the next video.